first guest tonight is the star of a show about a doctor who is good. They call it The Good Doctor. Season 5 started tonight. You can watch it Monday nights, 10 o'clock here on ABC. Please welcome Freddie Highmore.
Lovely to see you.
It's lovely to see you, too. Last time I saw you was on, like, a video chat we had.
Yes.
And then before that, you were here, like, right before it all went down.
I think I told, in hindsight, a story that doesn't age well about masks and coronavirus and how funny it all was.
Yeah.
But yes, that was the last time I was. That was the last time I was in LA, actually.
You've been shooting in Vancouver.
Exactly.
You're shooting the next season right now, right?
Yes, we're about 4-5 episodes in.
Okay. So had you been flying? Had you been traveling much?
Not at all. I mean, briefly back, home to the UK, but...
Do you get nervous? Was it a good or bad experience flying here?
The protocols and stuff, I feel like we're all relatively used to with the nasal tests on set and stuff, but I'm always a little bit nervous of flying.
Even before this?
I had a run-in with customs when I was younger, and it's always stuck with
Is that
me.
right? How much younger?
I mean, I was only 10 or 11. But it's definitely, every time I go through that airport thing, I get those flashbacks.
You had a run-in with customs when you were 10 or 11 years old?
In Cambodia. So I just finished this film there, and I was coming back with my dad, and all seemingly was going well. There were a lot of men with guns, which are scary for everyone, especially if you're 10 years old in Cambodia.
Right. Yeah, in some countries, you go into the airport, and the guys are carrying machine guns around,
yes,
and it's
some
startling.
Countries, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I go through, and for whatever reason, I'm pulled aside, and they start doing the pat down, and then they get to my pocket and keep patting, and this white powder starts billowing out. And I knew I'd done something wrong because I was smuggling something that I shouldn't have been. And so I turned to my dad. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I knew you told me not to do it, but I did it anyway. I apologize. He steps into, like, full dad time, being like, it was me. I gave it to him. I've always wanted to spend my life in a Cambodian jail. Like, please take me. Anyway, so I'm escorted off, and they get the gloves on. The dog's coming over, wagging its tail. And they put the glove into my pocket, and they pull out a bar of soap and a shampoo bottle and a bottle of talcum powder that I had stolen from the hotel bathroom. And my dad had been like, you don't need it, you don't need to take it, like, we can buy you talcum powder at home in the UK if you really love it so much. But it was such a rare thing to find in the bathroom. I just couldn't turn down the opportunity. but I have never taken anything ever since from a hotel bathroom.
Is that right?
That
was
even
a sewing kit, huh?
No, that's also dangerous, going through security. I think talcum powder and a sewing kit.
I never imagined you as a talc kind of guy, but now it's all coming together. You brought a video with you tonight.
I did.
And this is, maybe you should set this up, because...
Well, this was my attempt to... I've been filming in Vancouver, but I've been trying to experience a little bit of the wilderness and getting out in the mountains,
It is a
the ocean.
beautiful part of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I did this whale watching tour that was amazing, because you get to see whales. But, of course, being a Brit, or maybe it's the same here, but I fancied myself as a bit of a David Attenborough, and I was going to say naturist, but it's naturalist, isn't it?
He narrates those, like the planet Earth and that sort of thing.
Exactly. And so this was, in hindsight, my very bad attempt to be as eloquent as he was, describing seeing some whales.
Here we go. Take a look.
It's a whale. And a tail. This is another one. He's coming. The other one is coming for the boat.
Yeah, very eloquent. Really beautifully.
That's my best David Attenborough. But we don't get much practice in the UK. We get, like, a rat that runs by in London, or, like, a grey squirrel.
When there's a whale close to you, it's hard not to use profanity.
And to not give any other information other than just, it's a whale. And just keep repeating it again and again as if that's insightful for viewers who are watching my show.
I'm looking at your wedding ring right now. That's a wedding ring, yes?
It is a wedding ring.
Yeah?
Very, very... Yes, I got married. It's funny, ever since I've been wearing this ring, people have been asking me if I'm married.
That's what happens, yeah.
So I figured I should clarify it. But yes, I'm not going to jump up and down on the couch
You're
on
not?
a talk show and express my excitement that way. I know that you do that in America.
Yeah, when you're really happy, when you're so happy, that's what you do.
But I'm as happy as a Brit can be, and I'm married to a very wonderful woman now. So yes, I feel very happy.
Oh, she's a Brit as well?
She is. I just still can't get over the terminology and the vocab. Like, a married man just sounds very old, and my wife sounds very possessive.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My wife.
Yes, it seems... So we don't really use that yet, but we just point to the rings and be like, here, look, draw your own conclusion.
This is her? Is that what, I mean, what do you do? How do you handle it? You don't say it?
You just wave the ring.
Is she allowed to say, this is my husband?
I feel like that sounds a little bit better. It's just that my wife, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to loosen up a little.
It's still early days. Thank you for the tips.
We're gonna take a break. Freddie Highmore is here. We'll be right back.
Are you fine with all of this? I mean, it's great if you are, but change is sometimes tricky for you.
I was concerned, but Ethicur's changes seem reasonable and data-driven. I think we should start by picking a cake.
You prioritize the cake over the date, the venue, the caterer.
I like cake. I've compiled a list of the most popular ones. What is your favorite cake?
Whatever you think our guests will like. There's no such thing as bad cake.
I disagree. I have to say I disagree. Well, listen, Freddie Highmore is here, the good dog. Yeah, there's bad cake for sure.
Okay.
I mean, you ever go to like the supermarket and buy a cake? They're terrible.
Yeah, they can be bad, but I'd still eat it.
My mother makes great cakes. She makes these beautiful cakes, and she puts a lot of work into them. And it just so happened we were all away together, and we're like, oh, we forgot a cake. So my wife and I bought a cake in the supermarket, and we brought it in the car, and we're looking at this cake, and we're like, we cannot give her this cake. So we pulled up to some family standing on the street corner, and we handed them a cake. And then we drove away. Yes, it was very weird.
I don't have a similar story to share with you about giving a cake away to a stranger. I just eat it and that's it.
I'm sure you are well aware that in the promos for The Good Doctor, it made it seem like your character was getting married.
Yes, it was a bit of a... It's probably the hardest time I've ever had doing press, when the teaser suggests something that's the complete opposite of what actually goes on to happen, because you're not really sure what to tease. The teaser was like, the wedding's happening tonight, you will see the wedding, Sean will pull out of the wedding, was essentially the teaser. Whereas actually, as people now have seen, there's a 30-second scene that's a dream sequence of a wedding, and then it cuts to wedding preparations. So it's a little bit, uncertain.
And then you have to go on and do interviews and lie about this.
And be like, oh, the wedding's going to be great. Like, it is genuinely the whole season, which will be lovely. But yes, it was an odd one to promote.
Yeah, that is a weird thing, especially being a newlywed yourself. And now there's something that I want to ask you about, and this is something that we noticed quite some time ago. So another scene from the show from last season.
Uh-oh.
And please roll this, and then I'll translate afterwards if need be.
I made Mommy sick.
No, sweetie, it's not your fault. Sometimes people just get
Mommy
sick.
drank my poop.
Your mommy drew your poop?
No, Jock. Mommy, Jock.
Drank?
Yes, Mommy drank my poop.
Mommy drank my poop?
It's very common. It was our attempt. We try and touch on hot topic issues on the show. This was our PSA.
Is that the title of this particular episode? Because it should have if it wasn't. Mommy drank my poop.
Yeah, I clearly, if Sean Murphy had been there, it would have been solved much earlier.
When you get the script and you're going through it, do you go, what's this?
You sort of just have to trust the medical professional. There's a certain point where you're like, sure, I guess so. Like, okay, and hopefully it's not completely fake. But don't, just in case it was clear. It's not a good idea.
If you're a parent, in your professional television medical opinion...
Yes, it's never good to drink your own child's poop.
It's never. Should you drink the poop of other children?
That's also bad. I
That's
think if
also
it's
bad.
like a wife or husband, it's kind of okay, but the child always
It
to be
is
avoided.
okay.
Yes. That was the conclusion of the episode.
You're still a newlywed, I understand. Okay. That's a good one. Like, I feel like on Grey's Anatomy, we've had a lot of these great, like, you know, my penis got caught in a blender or whatever they've done.
It's
But-
only season 5. I don't know where it goes from here.
Wow,
Yeah.
I don't know how you top that, but please send my congratulations to everyone at the show.
Oh, okay, I will. Especially with regard to that storyline.
Well, only in regard to that storyline, yes. Specifically in regard to that storyline. But dude, congratulations on 5 seasons. The Good Doctor. It's Monday nights, 10 o'clock, right here on ABC. Freddie Highmore, everybody. We'll be back with GB Smooth. If you like that video, click subscribe, and we'll be together until one of us dies.